Chapter 1 of The Awakening of Europe. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Awakening of Europe by M.B. Synge. Chapter 1 Story of the Netherlands. God made the sea, but the Hollander made the land. Old Dutch proverb. Far away in the northwest corner of Europe lie the Netherlands, the lands which are now to play a large part in the world's history. The Low Countries they were called by the men of old time, and with good reason too, for many parts were actually below the level of the sea. Spongy and marshy, bleak and cold, was this corner of the European continent in the olden days. Winds and waves have wrought sad havoc with the coast. The rough North Sea was ever encroaching on the low-lying land, breaking over the shores with its never-ceasing roar and tumble, and flooding the country below its level whenever the wild west wind blew it home. Not only had the people of this country to contend with wind and wave, but from the other side many great rivers rolled through the land, to empty their waters into the North Sea, overflowing their low banks and flooding the surrounding neighborhood. The largest of these was the Rhine. Rising amid the snowy Alps, leaping joyously over the famous falls of Schaffhausen, flowing in majesty right through Germany, the Rhine at last reached the Netherlands. The mouth of this famous river gave some trouble to the Hollanders. They made colossal pumps and locks, by which they lifted the water and lowered it into the sea. There was no rest for a lazy river in these parts. The stream must be kept moving. It must do its share of work in the country. As long as grass grows and water runs. This was their idea of forever. I struggle, but I emerge. This was the motto of Zeeland, with the crest of a lion riding out of the waves, and it sums up the history of the people of the Netherlands. For hundreds of years they fought the angry waters with a stubborn determination, a patient energy, a dauntless genius, an example to other countries. They erected great mounds or dikes to keep out the North Sea. They dug canals to direct course of their sluggish rivers and to keep them within bounds. And when the ocean tides were high, or the winds blew long from the west, when the heavy snows from the mountains melted, or the rainfall was unusually great, so that the dikes were broken down and the waters rushed in boundless masses over their land, yet the Hollander would not give up. With dogged
Sample complete. Ready to continue?